Alright then, we did the original game, now let's talk about the remake. First of all, this is a nice image, so it basically characters from all the previous official Disney licensed games.
And I love how it even starts with the open theater, which we ended on in the original one's credits.
Pretty much. Hold on, yeah, basically this is, I don't worry.
I don't see his email now.
This is a case where there are no subtitles at the beginning, but I activate them immediately, so just pay attention for this. So instead of having a cutscene here, we have basically still images with minor movement here and there. I'll explain more about also why this particular technique.
I don't think you should be using mushrooms for pillows.
It's whimsical, dreams.
Deadly.
Oh no, the sky is cloudy. That can't be good.
Oh god.
What do we do?
And Mickey is underestimating the thing big time.
Yeah, Mick, I'm sure it's nothing bad. You'll never have to deal with anything bad that's dark or bloody.
Hey, storms are natural phenomena, okay? It's about time storms stop being stereotyped as aligned with evil.
Sorry, Pedro, this one actually is very much aligned with evil.
Disney will never stop stereotyping thunderstorms.
Wow, lady.
Because of course she
lady,
was.
Lady, if you're jealous of something that you can carry in your pocket, you got issues. Like, come on.
Stop looking at me like that.
Dude, you don't need to sleep anyway. Come on, sleeping is overrated.
Well, but if you told that to Shiori, then I'd believe you. But
so yeah, she kidnaps Minnie basically in the exact same way with a bubble.
Sleeping is overrated.
Yeah, even some part of the narration, including the kind of title drop. Also, I think, yeah, this game also had the new voice actor for Mickey because it was made.
Yeah, Brady one. Well, but this game came out in 2013. By this point, he was already been voicing Mickey for 3 years.
A second here. This was made by SEGA Australia, which was at first a branching from Creative Assembly. Here's the thing, this was a very dark period for Sega itself. The budget for their games was extremely low, and so was for this one. The development team had shitty conditions to work for, and they had a very tight schedule and no budget at all, like I mentioned. So basically we were confined to do the mostly cutting corners possible. So hold on, again we don't have the proper intro, but I'm explaining.
I don't know, narrator. That castle doesn't look too spooky. It just looks a little more like a shadow blot took over.
Now this adds a couple of things, like I mentioned. For example, thanks to the voice, you actually know that the narrator is also that guy who at the beginning of the game tells you to get the gems. Which, I guess it's okay. The problem is that we never see him again, so we still don't know who he is.
Yeah, that old man just happens to be there for the sake of exposition.
What is it with old men in video games being useless like that? It's dangerous to go
again,
alone. Take this.
The plot is practically the same. Ms. Ravel wants to gain Minnie's beauty.
That derpy face of Mickey's, though.
Yes.
Wait. The rainbow gems. That's not what they were called in the original game.
Really?
Oh, that's because we represent the colors of a rainbow anyway.
No, the gems of the rainbow or something. It was reversed.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Ruined forever.
It's the same thing.
Ruined forever. Sorry.
Yes.
So
Screw
now,
my childhood, will you, SEGA Australia?
So now the illusions are called gem keepers.
You don't even need a magical key to do it.
Oh, so there you go. Turns out Miserable is the master of the illusion.
There you go, just like I said. Basically, this kind of explains why the world also inside have all these weird things, because that's what they are, illusion. And there you go. The bosses are called the Masters of Illusion. That's why they will like the lieutenants.
Hey, Witch, I got an idea. Make a fake Minnie for him to rescue, and then when he gets close to her, fake Minnie, Yano shoots him or something, and then that's
Fortunately, unlike the original, this game was not translated by a monkey, so it's actually properly
before starting properly, we actually get a tutorial, sort of a tutorial level, which wasn't in the original game, because you transition a bit better in a sense, but Mickey has to get to the inside the castle first.
It's kind of like DuckTales Remastered added that extra money bin level.
Yeah, the money bin. Alright, let me keep going. Basically...
Hey, look, a Sonic Spring!
Yeah, SEGA of Australia. SEGA Australia had so little things to work with in general that it's a miracle that this thing work. And honestly, it's a bit unpolished here and there. There are some frame rate issues, even on the PC version, anyway. And then basically Sega closed the studio with no mercy before they could go any further with because they wanted to make another remake of World of Illusion, because Sega technically had still the property in mind, and then they removed the license of the game from Steam for a while, after which they also re-uploaded it on Steam. I don't know if it's the same for Xbox Live and PlayStation Network.
Yes, it is.
But there you
The
go.
game
Basically, digitally wise, the game had also troubled development. But I will still say that as far as remake goes, this is still fine.
The game right now is purchasable everywhere: Steam, PS3, and Xbox One, and Xbox 360.
And it's even cheap. So if you're
Wow,
really
they even
interested,
call them
go
X
for it.
now.
Yeah, because they basically the words are really working in this way. They still have 3 acts, plus the boss at the end, basically the boss at the end. Now they're basically sprinkled a bit more, in a sense that you have a board and then you get in and out of the stages at any time. Also, those are some cute mushrooms.
Oh,
And
the
also,
music.
yeah, you may have noticed that the music sounds more very Banjo-Kazooie-ish because Grant Kirkhope composed it.
Wow.
And I have to say, it's really, really good, if I have to say.
Well, it's Grant Kirkhope.
I know, but it's almost as if it took that extra mile, in
Yeah.
a sense. Also, the levels have been practically completely reworked. They maintain a couple of the elements from the original, like you get some minor set pieces in there that are based, but due to the way they are structured, they actually function differently. And they also get this excuse to also a bit have some sort of build-up, like for example with the boss in the background that you just saw there. And also they took advantage of that to incorporate a bit of small puzzles, like for example having some platforms that you can reach only on by jumping on mooks. So basically having you to work your way around with respawning mooks that actually allow you to go on higher platforms and then going all the way back to get the items.
Oh,
This-
the narrator's voiced by Sully.
Ah, how about
Uncharted
that?
games.
Yeah, Victor Sullivan's voice actor. Basically, they added a new item here, the mini diamond gem, I don't even know what they're called. Other than giving you a score, they also keep a tab on the left, as you can see, also with your projectiles, your life, and your hit points. Then basically collecting them unlocks artworks in the form of paintings in the castle that you can see, also a couple of statues, alternate costumes for Mickey to wear, and oh god, I forgot also. But basically they're used as a minimal form of currency. Also, you may have noticed that the game asks you to log into the PlayStation Network account. That's because the points kind of function on a leaderboard. They added this leaderboard function, but I don't really see the point of that. So I don't know why they put it. Also, since it's a 3D remake, they decide to go sparkle a bit in these sections where you don't necessarily walk in 2D on 2D plane, but on a 3D plane. And they also rework a couple of the boss fights also in order to accommodate this. This piece right now is based on that set piece in the original game where you were amongst the webs and these spiders and falling leaves. So there's also that, but again, it's also been reworked as well. Now, I'm surprised that Sega managed to do this remake in the first place, because again, it had been a while since they did any Disney games of any kind. So I thought that the license actually expired on its own, especially considering Interactive was doing things on their own at that moment with the Epic Mickey games, for example. So I think this was just a personal project of Sega of Australia that they just wanted to do, I guess.
Yeah,
But
it was
again,
like they actually
I
had
said-
behind-the-scenes videos where they talk about, and they even consulted with the director of the original game. She even talks about it in the behind-the-scenes videos.
And again, it shows because it really shows that this is again another remake that understand its source material despite having different things. Jova, if I recall
2014
correctly,
was
go ahead.
2014 was basically a year for the comeback of two classic Disney games, Castle of Illusion and DuckTales.
Anyway, you wanted to ask me something, Tio?
After that whole thing that I mentioned, where the game was pulled away and then pulled away the first time, I remember actually you getting the Steam version
For free.
because of that. Yeah. Did you actually try it?
Yes.
At the end? So, what were your what did you think?
It was fun. I mean, it was, it was generally a good game. It wasn't like, mind-blowingly good, but it was a pretty dang good remake. It does add a lot of cool new stuff as well, certain details. Like, for instance, actually, on one of the covers, you see Maleficent instead of Miserable. That sort of has to do with a little extra thing Miserable will be doing.
Actually, I think that was in Power of Illusion only. That's because in Power of Illusion they explain, oh, hold on, I'm about to explain a thing. Now we get a reference to Mickey Mania. Like, the Apple chase segment was present also in the original, but the way it's structured here, it's actually based on another game called Mickey Mania, which was made for...
Hey, Teo, don't you mean Mickey's Wild Adventure?
Yeah. In my country, it was called Mickey Mouse and His Adventures or something like that.
No, the PlayStation version of Mickey Mania, for some reason, they changed the name.
Yeah, that's what I say. The title of that game in my country was renamed into Mickey Mouse and Its Adventure. So
it was like that everywhere else as well.
There we go.
And it's the exact same exit sign.
Yeah. Only again with the animation thing and everything. And yes, it asks me every single time for the leaderboard.
Which is annoying.
Yes.
Do you want to log in, Tio? Do you want to log in?
No, Ubisoft. I don't want to use Uplay. Come on.
But this is the same.
Also, here we go. That jingle at the end of the stage. That's charming.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Again, Kirkhope used an entire orchestra for this, and it really shows.
Or
again,
either that or sound software that sounds like an orchestra.
True.
Well,
either works.
Grant knows what to do it. Now, the way this works is that you can decide to return to the castle after each of the acts. So if you want to take a break or revisit a single stage to get all the missing items, it is possible. However...
Oh boy, saving my girlfriend is so exhausting, I think I need to take a nap.
Pretty much. However, you can also potentially go through one stage after the other, just like in the old game, basically. A couple of the other collectibles that you can find are special items. Statues that I think unlocks the costume. Cards that unlock another costume. And chili peppers. The cards represent the game World of Illusion, which was the sequel to the original Castle of Illusion. And the chili peppers represent Quackshot, which we even get a small reference into another one of the stages. Again, another cool thing that we had was that at least at the beginning, but also kind of like in the middle or everything, the narrator actually describes a bit the level or what Mickey is feeling or what's going on, etc., etc. So that also helps to spice up the level a bit.
Oh dear, that Mickey died. That wasn't the way the story was supposed to go.
Wait,
no,
what?
Dweebs, we're not doing that way. Also, watch out, because in this occasion, the red ghosts actually are not counting as platform because, well, they use trollish behavior. So basically, that's the game telling you on which ghost you're supposed to go on.
Yeah.
The blue ghost and the green ones. There you go.
Why does he keep dabbing the floor like that?
Oh, I do it. Basically, when you are in the 2D section, if you press the down button, Mickey crouches, and he has these kind of small idle animation when he crouches. So basically, in the moment of where you need to wait for something, I just spam it just because.
Nice.
Tia, you're supposed to knock on the door, not the floor.
This is Mickey in. The floor is not lava.
No. Mickey wanted to build a new clubhouse, but he's having a hard time finding a location. So he
I'm going
knocks
to
on
call
the
it
floor
the
every
House of
time.
Mouse too.
So, Dweebs, what's the surprise item that will be used for later?
He will use the
Key?
I don't know. He'll use the keyblade or something like that.
That would be great.
Yeah. Sega Sega somehow stole the rights to use the Keyblade, not the whole Kingdom Hearts franchise, the Keyblade specifically, and that's how they'll use it in this game.
One,
They didn't get the
and
they didn't use the Kingdom Hearts IP because they figured they already have plenty of series that have complicated storylines.
again, I wouldn't mind if this particular, well, the illusion, kind of like a game like with Miserable and everything, was represented somehow in Kingdom Hearts. But as far as I recall, the license still is in the hands of Sega. So no, Jova, no falling damage. So basically, it's basically fat chance. I mean, I would. I should
this
expect
particular
more,
game belongs to Sega, not.
Yeah, I should expect more, I guess, Epic making itself, since that was purely Disney Interactive.
I gotta say though, I wonder how poor Sully was at this point that he had to do a voice role in a video game.
Looking at these clips, maybe this is a story where he's narrating to the children of Nathan and Elena.
Exactly.
Yeah, What? Yeah, that's a totally adventure that happened. One day, a cartoon mouse and his girlfriend kidnapped, and so he went for a castle. The end.
Uncle Sully, have you been off your meds again?
No, I had my marijuana yesterday.
But it feels a bit weird you mentioning all these vines that all of a sudden grew up wherever the mouse would go, conveniently letting him through a
Hey, we
specific
had that kind
path.
of. Hey, me and your father had this kind of shit happen too, you know.
Really?
At least I commend the fact that the way the vines grow, they do not cause frame rate problems, because I was expecting that to happen.
They're trolls, though.
These really annoying vines are getting.
Well,
in the
it's basically the equivalent of an invisible maze, Jova. It's just that it doesn't show the barriers until you're
Yeah, there are
there.
plenty of games that do this.
Yeah. Like,
Now
for
even
example,
Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric did
Jova,
this.
at least it's more honest than Koga's Gym in Generation 1. of
Yeah.
Koga.
Enchanted Forest, Act 3.
Now it's time to fight the boss, which, if you
Get
don't
it?
remember,
Act 3.
was that tree bump. Here it's called the Old Oak Tree, basically.
Seriously, it looks like Mickey's about to have a fit.
Hold on. There you go.
Aw, that tree looks friendly.
It's just sleeping.
Is this Dastardly and Motley now, where you have to stop the pigeon?
Nope.
Muttley! Do
So it's just a dig. Jesus. So now we change a bit his pattern. At first it starts just like in the original by rolling around, basically, like that. And you just need... Oh, another thing that I need to point
Maybe
out
just that
is
too. The boss in this
Hold on. Let him finish.
during the boss fights itself, the music changes accordingly to how much hit points the boss have. It starts more somber at the beginning, but then it escalates as the fight goes on. That's actually a nice touch.
Wow.
Let's go on.
Yeah. Maybe just that, like in the original it was just a derpy face on the log. Now this particular log is much more easy, and it's actually an old guy. So
Yeah,
that's
so it
kind of...
makes sense. There we go, we added this art attack, I guess. It's learned from Wario.
It's basically a ground pound of sorts. Whoa. That took missile much.
And here we go.
Well, you know what they say, knock on wood. Oh, the red
And
chaos
we get
emerald.
red. Yes.
Dab.
I said it was time for our hero to move on.
Oh, alright! Whoa, I got it!
What was the name of that? What was the game where that narrator kept telling you off every time you went off script?
Prince of Persia?
The Stanley Parable.
Okay, yeah, that's Stanley Parable, yeah.
To be fair, Lives, that game works exactly like that. That's your choice.
Oh, hey, Princess Peach's castle.
Mickey now had one of the rainbow gems that would help him save Minnie. But he knew there were more to find.
Uncle Sully, who's
The
Minnie?
Masters
Shut
of
up!
Illusion would not give them up without a fight.
Expect
So,
a lot
yeah.
of Uncharted jokes coming from me.
In the next part, we'll explore the second world, the toy world. So, see you for that.
See you then.
See ya.
See ya.